Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're starting our front page review with The Nation. Major headline: Buhari exits in blaze of glory. Tinubu, African leaders, governor, ordinary folks bid ex-president farewell. Katsina, Daura locked down. In other news, US UAE visa issuance. Federal government begins action on issues of concern. Akpabio appeals judgment on Natasha suspension suit. 79 Ponzi schemes in operation, SEC warns. Stock markets capitalization rises to 127 trillion. And police recover 5 million naira ransom cash. What story are we starting with?
Okay, let me do so the Securities and Exchange Commission has launched an investigation into 79 suspected Ponzi schemes across the country, across Nigeria, in case they are in another country hearing this. So they are warning those found culpable that they will face severe legal consequences. Presently, they are investigating 79, but particularly this FF Tiffany company. They said the company is known as FF Tiffany and is widely accused of orchestrating a fraudulent investment scheme that has allegedly swindled thousands of Nigerians at home and in the diaspora, and that their preliminary findings promise unusually high returns, realistic high returns to Nigerians and foreigners everywhere. So they said they've, flagged it as a very great threat to investors, but then they're also warning the public, and they are on the tail of about 79 others that they are.
SEC has been speaking up a lot, and they've been very active in checkmating a few of what is happening, but it's just that crisis and all these fraudulent acts, they go on the under the radar for a long time and spread. So a lot of people have sucked in their money. So I think it's just to educate the public that if anybody is promising you too good return without any form of regulatory backing, please don't put your money into it. You've worked hard for your money to lose it.
Here. I have the Delta State Police Command under the leadership of CP Olufemi Abani-Wanda. He has made another significant achievement in his commitment to rid Delta State of criminals, particularly kidnappers that have been terrorizing some parts of the state. They said that the police arrested 5 suspected kidnappers and recovered 5 million naira ransom from them. They had tracked down suspected kidnappers operating in the state. The suspects were found at their hideout in Okwashi Uku, Oshimili North Local Government. He said that one of the arrested suspects, Sanusi Abdullahi, was apprehended in possession of the 5 million naira ransom, which was part of the funds that had been collected from one of their victims. They said that the operation that they had led to the identification of a recent kidnapping incident, which involved a young lady that happened July 9th. They said that they conducted a raid along the Patani-Ugeli Expressway near Unenure axis, and they arrested Solomon Danisco alias Piccolo, Nelson Jacob, Oruma Saturday, Olise Jude, Precious Uroboing, and Whiskey Ruffers alias Aswana. And that the suspects were heavily armed. They engaged the police in gun battle.
Wow.
The confrontation, they said, led to serious injuries among the suspects, with 6 confirmed dead and in hospital, and 2 currently receiving medical treatment. They also recovered 4 locally made guns, 19 live cartridges during the operation. And the police says that they'll continue to, do their best to protect the communities and ensure safety for all the residents in the community. So well done to the Police Command in Delta State. This is a huge achievement.
I took the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has directed all relevant federal agencies to address the issues raised by the United States and the United Arab Emirates in recent changes to visa issuance policies for Nigerians. The President specifically asked the agencies to enhance intergovernmental cooperation and fortify systems that authenticate the identities of Nigerians seeking consular services abroad. The directive was contained in a statement yesterday by Tinubu's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, that's Bayo Onanuga. It says the U.S. State Department announced July 8th the new visa restrictions for Nigeria, reducing most non-diplomatic and non-immigrant visas to a single entry with a 3-month validity. The decision marked a major shift from the previous policy, which granted multiple entries, with longer validity of up to 5 years and greater flexibility for travel. So they said, with the change, a lot of people were talking about it. It sparked conversation on social media. And Onanuga said in a statement that the U.S. has notified Nigeria that its decision to review visa privileges for Nigerian passport holders was informed by 2 key concerns: the growing incidence of visa overstays by Nigerians and challenges in obtaining reliable access to applicants' record. Initially we thought it was the reciprocity. They had said that we stopped our own 5-year visa for them.
Now
yes,
they're changing
it. That it's not about reciprocity. It's just the fact that many Nigerians are overstaying. They are welcome when they travel there. But the government, as the president now, has given a directive that Nigerians need to obey the laws of the host countries. If you get into a country and it's time for you to get out, kindly get out. Then they're trying to see how they can collaborate and fine-tune this. They've been having these meetings. I'm looking forward to where they'll say, okay, America has changed their policy now. Nigerians can now have 5 years.
Nigerians are being locked in. Like, if you want to, anytime you want to step out, it costs a whole lot of money to travel as a Nigerian than any other countries. There are countries in the world that they don't have to pay for
so
visa.
much.
Is it than any other country, though? Is it more expensive than any other country?
Yes, it's actually
from any other country.
There are other countries that went into China without having to pay for anything for visa. Like, you just do ETA. There are many countries you don't need to pay for visa. But here you pay for visa and you only get 1 entry. So you pay that money, some people get multiple entry. And there's just so many things and you can't stop them from doing what they want to do. Anyway, one of the biggest news today is the president being laid to rest. The ex-president, our former president rather, it really was a sad experience. A lot of people showed up, a lot of people. I'm talking the Guinea-Bissau president, Niger Republic president. They were at the graveside physically. Of course, the Saudi King Salman, Crown Prince Mohammed, they mourn as well with the family and as well as with the country. Then we have Guterres also sending his condolences from the UN. We had tears flowing from locals as well as former government officials who showed up physically at the graveside to mourn the passing of our former president, Muhammadu Buhari. We'll move on to the next paper, which also still carries the major story. If you look at the Punch, major headline, final salute. Nigeria bids Buhari emotional farewell. Tinubu Akpabio service chief governors pay final respects amid tears and tributes. Daura stands still. As Katsina Airport records over 130 flights. In other news, North Central State mobilized joint security to crush bandits. Over 420 federal road completed or in progress. That's from the federal government. Awujale's burial frees Yoruba kings from ritual slavery. That's from Oluwo. Marketers protest as Dangote moves to crash cooking gas price. I'm sure Nigerians are not protesting on this matter. Nigeria's oil output soars above OPEC quota. All right, so what story do we take before the break?
So the chairman of the Senate Committee on Works, Senator Barry Nadam BP, was at the 33rd Engineering Assembly organized by the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria on Tuesday in Abuja, and he, because of the burial, of course, was represented by Ashley. I'm trying to get his name. He was represented. He wasn't physically present. His representative Ashley Emenike, and he said, to commemorate the events, that he must reaffirm that engineering remains a cornerstone of national development, and that based on implementation of reports and oversight missions by his committee, they estimate that over 420 federal roads, bridges, and projects have either been completed or advanced significantly within this administration, and they're giving kudos to the engineers that they're not just technicians, they are very important sector to the development of the country, and just to commend them.
Okay, I have the marketers' protests as Dangote moves to crash cooking gas.
But we will take that when we return from the break. Let's take a quick break right now. When we return, we continue with the front page review. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.